as we can see, it's just going to keep going and going. Now, Kyrie Irving is under fire for a post he made about Hebrew Israelites.
Yes, now one of the biggest names in sports facing backlash for spreading anti-Semitism. NBA star Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets shared a link last week on social media to a 2018 film that's been described as anti-Semitic, leading to a heated exchange with ESPN's Nick Friedel during Saturday's post-game press conference. And joining us is ESPN reporter Nick Friedel himself and ABC News contributor and Los Angeles Times columnist LOJ.
So I went on the Amazon Prime. I was like, you know what? Let me see if there are any documentaries on Yahweh. So went in the search bar, typed in Yahweh. That came up. Went out and shared it on my platform. That was my night. In terms of the backlash or what people call it, we're in 2022. History is not supposed to be hidden from anybody. And I'm not a divisive person when it comes to religion. I embrace all walks of life. You see it on all my platforms. I talk to all races, all cultures, all religions. And my response would be, it's not about educating yourself on what Semitism is and what anti-Semitism is. It's really about learning the root words of where these come from and understanding that this is an African heritage that is also belonging to the people.
I'm a King James version. 'Cause out of Africa came the garden of Eden. I'm sure my teacher is deeply concerned about what is happening in Black America today that is put two of our young men. One, a great basketball player, Kyrie Irving, and another brother who is called a rapper, but he's so much more than that. Because of the serious nature of what is happening, that is causing them, the enemy, to use his influence on those of us who are on his payroll toward one another. Ye is a lover, Kyrie is the same. But he wants to stand on a principle. And you see him standing, how intelligent he is, and the media keeps running at him with, why don't you say you apologize for this anti-Semitism? You did the same thing to me. I've tried to have meetings with you. Let's dialogue about this. You don't want to dialogue with me. I've tried to have meetings with you. Let's dialogue about this. You don't want to dialogue with me. You want to dialogue with somebody that you know you can put down because of the power you have over them by giving them a contract and money that you can take from them if they say or do anything that you don't like. You see what we just did? Ye lost $2 billion in a few days. You might wonder, did he really have it? He lost that much that soon? You know when you signed a contract with him. I don't know what's in the contract, but you do. So evidently, Adidas and all the companies that Brother Kanye is signed to or was signed to until Mr. Ari Emanuel told everybody just drop him. Beloved brothers and sisters, look, your day is soon coming. I'm asking you stop beating each other up in the public. Stop doing that. But of course, that's what the master wants us to do. There's a slave here that's getting out of place, and teach him a lesson. Beat him up. I'm saying to you, don't do that. Call your brother. Come and sit down with us. Tell us about this movie. I understand that Brother Shaq, Keel, O'Neal put it up in his theater. Go see it.
Censorship sets the precedent for. I think it's going to make more people scared to actually speak out because they took it down.
Already been set by the National Socialist Workers Party. You know what the acronym for them was?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Nazi. Nazi is the German acronym for National Socialist Workers Party. And we saw where that went. And I had a Russian professor back in the 60s at UCLA I was teaching assistant for. Every clinical psychologist I know that I've talked to says that you don't make that N-word harm. Think that they would not have cut off the funding 45 years ago, 40 years ago, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 years ago from funding this stuff if they didn't want it to be heard. They want us to think of ourselves as heathens.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. Korim Lee, Yadon. This is Yadon here. This thing that we did to comment to what Brother Go Black to Africa, our man, not our boy, Go Black to Africa. Check out his channel. He shared a couple of videos, recent videos. Initially, but to open the book, right? To open the book. Right, to loose the 7 seals and to open the book, right? To open the book, right? Loosening those 7 seals, right? The 7 seals. Number 7, very, very interesting also to us as a people and just universally as a Eden, the Garden of Eden. You know, in the Garden of Eden incident, he was given a direct command for what to do, right? He basically followed his wife, his woman, right, instead of, right, saving her from beguilement, right, not, right, for them, like on their behalf. We understand why they tend to, fall away from the limelight. So most people, when they know or hear about the Hebrews or the Israelites, they hear about, some of the more popular, groups that have come up over the last maybe 20 to 40 years or so, right? But there's roots that we have of this identification of learning and growing and living the life, right, of we the black Jews, right? And Elohim, to Hailahem, to the Almighty Power, to Yahweh HaKadosh, Baruch Hashem, to the Holy One, blessed be He, blessed be the name, right? But instead, ones are studying and say, yeah, I'm studying about who I am and my culture, many of our fellow black and brown people. And then you want to go out there and get into the useless dialogue with others who, whether rightly or wrongly, are making similar claims. You figure that because you identify yourself as an Israelite, that will just be like magic. No, it's obvious you have not read the Torah. It's obvious that you don't really understand what you are identifying with. And this is where our people need a better understanding, because my people are what? Destroyed
Destroyed for lack of what? Lack of money?
By reading our key verse from Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. The truth has overcome the lies, the good news of His Majesty in His Christ. And it is vital that we raise our tribal flag, the flag of the conquering lion of the tribe of Yehuda. Yeah. Remember, it says first to the Jew and then to the Gentile. So after the Jew, the Ethiopian Hebrew had rejected this truth even 2,000 years ago. We're not even touching on Ras Tafari just now in this time. But what has already happened with the Son is similar and very much the same as what is happening with the Father. Acts 26. But the main thing is that the word is true, that the message was sent to the Gentiles, and that they will, not might, but they will hear it. And the testimony of the last 2,000 years is that the Gentiles have heard the salvation of God that was sent to them. So we should welcome our Gentile brothers and sisters in Ras Tafari, and we should not return evil, the evil that others have done to us, you understand, to them, but should walk in the way that has been so set. Brothers, our Christian brothers, our righteous brothers who have, and sisters and mothers who have gone before us and have given a good witness and a good testimony, because this is the end of the game. We're coming down to, we're already in the last days. It should be obvious. You understand? It's not. If they are walking in true faith and seeking to do the work that is meet for repentance. So don't put additional burdens on the brethren. Jehovah's, give thanks. We welcome all faithful sheep, whether they're of this fold or of the other. Grace, peace, and truth be with you all. Salam.
Millions of Christians throughout the world, Your Imperial Majesty, will regard you as the reincarnation of Jesus Christ.